a good, successful weekend down at Texarkana 67 Speedway and Boot Hill Speedway this last weekend. That was a pretty good turnout, wasn't it?
It was, for not really having many sprint cars down in that part of the country. The fans came out and got to enjoy 26 ASCS cars on Friday and 21 on Saturday with our return. We haven't been to either one of those racetracks in over, I believe it was 11 years for Texarkana and 21 years for Boot Hill.
So I heard that Boot Hill had a huge crowd down there. They're probably pretty happy with their results. Yeah. So it looks like you'll probably be going back down there again in the future, right?
Yeah, we already working on dates for them, even a possible 2-day show next year.
Man, Terry, that is fantastic, man. Wouldn't that be cool to get a 2-day show down there? This weekend, before we talk about this weekend, I just noticed it. You added a race to the schedule up at Boone County Raceway. Tell me about that race a little bit.
It's going to be on Friday, July the 1st. It's a Friday night before we go down to Waukene, Kansas. I got a 2-day show that I'm putting on July 2nd and 3rd. But up at Boone County, never been to, it'd be the first time the Lucas Oil ASCS has ever been to the track up there, and celebration deal they're doing, so we're happy to be a part of it.
So, Terry, let me ask you, when you start looking for racetracks, do you when you start looking at them, do you go outside your box? Do you ever get like in the Speedway directory and start looking around at racetracks, or how do you come up with some of these tracks that have never had a Lucas Oil ASCS National Tour event at?
Well, you go to the Speedway directory, but now with the resource we have at the palm of our hand, My Race Pass, you can go on there. And, there's usually every Friday night or Saturday night, I'll go through looking at results and car counts at tracks all over the place. And if some of them, look familiar or never been to them, you write them down and give them a call and see if there's any way that we can put on a show.
Right. This weekend, it's a big weekend for the Lucas Oil ASCS National Sprint Car Tour. This is going to be the first time they've ran at I-70 Speedway. Tommy Estes, the old director of the Lucas Oil ASCS National Sprint Car Tour, runs that racetrack now. It's one of the state-of-the-art facilities in the country, isn't it?
It has. They've put a lot of work into it, and we're excited to be able to debut the national tour over there. The All-Stars, the Outlaws, and USAC have all ran at it, so we're going to finally get our chance to go see what it's about. Yeah.
So it's a 2-day show, and I want you to explain to everybody, it's going to be a kind of a show-up point race, because I think Tommy wanted to kind of tweak on the format a little bit, didn't he?
Yeah, we changed it this year that any event that does not follow our standard national format will be a show-up point still.
Yep.
So they are going to follow the old All-Star format, what I was told, and instead of passing points after qualifying like we do, it's just going to be basically based off your time all night.
Yeah. Is that hard for you? I hate to ask you this tough question, but is that hard for you to stomach sometimes when you want to stay with your format and a promoter wants to change the format and then it's got to turn into show up points? Is that tough for you to stomach sometimes?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there's only 3 of them this year. The I-70 show this weekend, the Knoxville and I-30. And Knoxville and I-30 have always been a different format than what we normally use. So we just added another weekend here with big money on the line and just a different format, and just make it a show-up point where they don't have to worry about points and go out there and have some fun.
Yeah, it's a big weekend, and I've been telling everybody that's listening to the show right now, if you're within a few hours of I-70 Speedway, it's one of the state-of-the-art facilities in the country. You need to go because it's going to be a great show this weekend, Friday and Saturday, I-70 Speedway, Odessa, Missouri. The Lucas Oil ASCS National Sprint Car Tour, as well as the ASCS Warrior Region, is going to be running out there. It's going to be a fantastic show. Now, we've been told that they added a support class yesterday, the Good Old Time Racing Association. I don't know if that's the name of them or not, but they are going to run the old-timer cars out there. That's what we're hearing now, right?
Yep, that's what I saw, too. The vintage cars will be out there to give us a little bit of time in between our races to get everyone ready to go and keep the show rolling.